Hello, hello, hello! Niveen with Niveen's Cuisine. And today is a real cold and rainy day outside, so what better than having a nice homemade dessert? So I'm making Ravani, which is a nice orangey, citrusy sponge cake, Greek. And this is the syrup, 2.5 cups of water to 2 cups of sugar, and get it nice and hot until the sugar is dissolved. Then lower the heat a bit and throw in some orange peel. Orange zest is fine. And of course, a cinnamon stick. Let it cook for a while until a little reduced, but not too reduced that you can't pour. It has to be nice and pourable. Hello, hello, hello. It's me again, Niveen with Niveen's Cuisine. It's a cold day out there today, so I'm in the mood to bake. And I'm thinking of a nice Greek sponge citrusy cake called Rivana. And it requires 12 eggs. What is that? Is that 12? 12 eggs separated, so we're gonna separate egg whites. Just keep going on until all 12 eggs are separated. Listening to the wonderful Shirley Bassey, a classic, old-timer. She was the original singer for all the James Bond movies that came when they started coming in. Wonderful voice in the background while I'm cooking and baking today. So this recipe is Greek. Some call it Rowena, some call it Rivana, Ravina. Very popular in Greece and the Middle East. You got eggs, you got flour, sugar, and semolina. That's the ingredient in it that is not common in other ingredients. So you're gonna beat the egg yolks with sugar and then add a 1/4 cup of liqueur, brandy, or whatever. I have Grand Marnier. Then the egg whites are gonna be beaten separately with cream of tartar, and then pretty soon everything will be folded together and placed in a well-greased pan in a 350 oven for about 40 to 50 minutes depending on the oven. Meantime, the syrup is done and it's nice and cooled, and when the cake comes out, immediately we're gonna throw the syrup on it. Garnish with some shredded coconut, a nice cup of tea, and the evening is made. Rivani. In Egypt we call it Rawani, and get great memories. My grandpa taking me on the weekends to go and get a nice Rawani cake, taking it home to my grandma. She has tea ready, and this was our tea time. We got the 12 egg whites on the mixer. I'm gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Let it beat until nice, almost stiff, but not in time. Now we're gonna get a cup of flour. Oops. 3 teaspoons of baking soda. excuse me. And a cup of semolina. You can find it in Middle Eastern stores, regular stores, Italian stores. Semolina is pretty much like Italians use it a lot. It's like cornmeal, like polenta. That's the word I'm looking for. Gonna mix it really good. You can run it into a sifter. Excuse me. Sift them all together. Make sure everything is mixed well. The egg whites are nice and whipped, but not too stiff. We don't want it to be too dry. Now we're going to put it aside. And in a different bowl, I'm going to sift the dry ingredients together. The flour, semolina, and the baking powder. That way we make sure it's all mixed and sifted and there's no lumps. That's a good process to help smoothing all the dry ingredients and taking any lumpy flour or semolina or baking powder. Baking powder out. Nice and smooth. Beautiful. So we have the 6 egg yolks in there, and it's okay to use the bowl that had the egg whites for egg yolks, but it's never okay to use a bowl of egg yolks to whip egg whites, because the grease and fat in egg yolks will not help the egg whites whip. Anyway, we got this going here. I'm gonna add 1 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla, and a 1/4 cup orange liqueur or cognac or brandy. I'm using some 1/4 cup of Grand Marnier. We're gonna whip everything together until the egg yolks are nice and fluffy and light colored. So now I got my pan. It could be round, it could be rectangular, it doesn't matter. And I'm gonna grease it really good, bottom and side. You can use butter or spray. And these beautiful egg yolks, look at them. Gorgeous. We're gonna slowly fold it in. You don't want to break the bubbles in the egg whites, so we're gonna fold it lightly. Slowly fold in the dry mixture of flour, semolina, and baking powder. Boy, there's going to be a gorgeous sponge cake. An old-time favorite, childhood favorite. Make sure everything is folded, mixed well. Make sure everything is folded and mixed, that's important. Your oven is at 350. It should bake in about 40 to 50 minutes, so keep an eye on it not to overcook because you don't want it dry. You got your syrup going and it's already cooled off. I cooked it a while back, so it's cold. And when it starts cooking, it kind of pulls away from the sides of the pan. There's a nice golden top. And voila. I think we are good here. Beautiful. Smooth it out. I'm just going to bang it down a couple times. Make sure there's no bubbles. Knife. Break any bubbles. Can't wait to dig my teeth into that beauty. Rivani, R-E-V-A-N-I. Well, the Rivani looks fantastic. It took 40 minutes, and see how the sides kind of spring away from the edges. Beautiful. Put a cake tester in, it comes out nice and clean. And now I'm going to poke some holes in there so I can pour the orange syrup in there. Beautiful. So you pour it right away. The syrup has to be cold and the cake has to be warm. Just like when you make baklava, same thing. Syrup always cold, baklava straight out of the oven warm, hot. Beautiful. Can't wait to have a little bit of dessert tonight after dinner with maybe an orange blossom tea and honey to go with that. You can use a knife, make little incisions, and keep pouring until all gone and absorbed. Fabulous. I'm going to put aside and wait for it to cool off.